Hi, welcome back to the House of Cardistry. I'm Carl, and I have quite a few decks that I've picked up over the past week or so, and got a couple that I want to share with you. First off, I want to share some of these cohort classics. They're printed on, says luxury pressed E7 stock, and I'm on the United Cardists website, and there's a little discussion there about the Cardamundi B9 linen finish versus, you know, some of the other finishes that they have. So I figured I would pick up a deck of both the cohorts and the compact 310 slim lines and just do a hands-on comparison just to see just how different they are, because supposedly the paper stock is the same, but I do believe that there's a tactile difference between the cards. The cohorts just feel thinner. They feel thinner hand to hand, but what I will say is that the cohorts do seem stiffer for whatever reason. That when you try to do the flips, that they both work fine. Oh, that one. The cohorts just feel better to me. You know, it's a personal preference thing. I mean, some folks like thicker cards, some folks like the thinner cards. I personally, even as a beginner, maybe it'll change in time as I get more experienced, but I prefer the thinner cards. They just they feel better to me. I like them, and what I particularly like about these cohorts is that they're actually a marked deck. I've been driving my daughter crazy, fooling her, telling her, predicting what cards telling her what cards she picked, and I won't give away the secret here. If you go to the I think it's either on the cohort site itself or on the Illusionist, which is where the E7 designation comes from. I think E7 is a proprietary finish that Illusionist specified for these cards particularly, and I like them. They've kind of become my go-to deck right now. Again, it's like asking somebody what their favorite song is. A lot of it depends on when you ask them. But the compacts aren't bad. They handle fine. I'm, not that I'm an expert by any stretch of the imagination, which is pretty obvious watching me. But I do like the cards themselves, and I picked up 6 decks of each. That tells you how much I like the both of them. The Copags or the 310 slimlines are half the price of the cohorts. So I think somebody on the forum mentioned, practice with the 310s and show off with the cohorts, is like I've got something to show off to anybody right now. But those that's what I wanted to show, just as a side by side comparison. And some folks are of the thought that there's no difference between the two, but to me, in both hands, there's a difference. Moving along, I've been doing a little shopping. I got some of these implicit Dharmas, and haven't opened those yet. Those are going to get opened. Also picked up a Z deck. I've seen some of the seen the Z decks on the some other people's videos, and they really look neat. I'm looking forward to getting my hands onto those. These are the Cardistry Con green box. I've got a couple of decks of the orange box, and again, to kind of round out my Cardistry Con fetish that I seem to have fallen into, I got a couple of decks. I think these are the 2018. I've got a couple of decks of the Hype V1, and I went ahead and picked up the Hype V2s, and it's got this "Made in the USA" sticker on it, which would come off, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether I should take that off or not. If you know, leave me a comment to let me know if it's cool to take that off. I don't want to, I don't want to do anything to ruin the value of them, because these will not be getting opened. And that's the sealed 310 deck. That's the sealed cohort deck. And I picked up a deck of these tempos, and I've seen these on a few videos also, and I just like the way they look, especially on the fans, and which is another one of the reasons why I ended up getting these Crew Here's that I was telling you about. I'll talk a little bit more about those later, but I've been watching some of the other tutorial type videos, and one of the things that occurred to me that I'm not doing, that I need to start doing, and it's kind of a get back to the basics thing, is with my left hand. I'm normally left-handed, and I can do, a lot of the one-handed cuts left-handed with no problem. But I was watching a Katerina Dobrotova, and Katerina, if you're watching this, my humble apologies for mangling your name, but she has a video out that's kind of stressing the importance of exercising your offhand. So I started trying to do that, and it is not nearly as easy with my right hand. See, and I've already bent up the cord. And so I'm trying to exercise my right hand to kind of set myself up to start being able to do, I think they're called combos, where you're using both hands independently of one another. And along with that, I'm still practicing the normal moves that I've been working on lately, and I feel like I'm improving. And these are the Crew Here's that I was talking about in the last video. I like them. They feel really good once they got broken in. What I don't like about them is that all of the pips are black, even on the red cards. That the numbers are black, and you can see that the colors themselves are, even like on the court cards, that the colors are somewhat muted, kind of pastel color, and I'm not crazy about that, but the cards themselves handle really good, and I'm happy with them. I like them, and I'll be picking up a few more decks just to keep in the collection. I did start an Instagram page if you're interested. Same thing, House of Cardistry on Instagram, and I have been working on the more of the basics, trying not to let myself get bogged down into trying to pile on a bunch of more things until I get better at the things that I can already sort of do. But as always, I'm still just thoroughly enjoying myself. This is just, it's become an obsession, really. If I'm just going to be honest about it, whether I'm trying to learn new moves or get better at the moves that I know, or collecting cards. Matter of fact, the mailman is going to be bringing me another shipment today from King's Wild, including a t-shirt. I'm probably going to end up, I'm a big t-shirt guy, so I'm probably going to be ending up with a drawer full of t-shirts too. So that ought to be good news to the card manufacturers. But Matter of fact, while I'm here, let me go ahead and open up this implicit deck and just, I've given up on the little pull tab thing. I just went ahead and got a knife. I mean, you know, why drive yourself crazy if you don't have to? So get rid of that. And so, oh wow, it's wrapped up again. What drew me to these was kind of the iridescent finish on them. And if I can do this without tearing up the cards. Okay, I'm not sure whether these are, no, they're Cardamundi, printed in Belgium by Cardamundi. And so I'm assuming, judging by the thickness of the deck, that these are, let's see here, let's get the Joker, the blank card. This is an ad card, in case you were wondering. Next Joker. The Jokers are kind of cool too. And that's the King of Hearts, Ace of Spades, and just, and you can see the back. I'm not sure if that's showing or not. Let me see if I can kind of tilt it a little bit. It's got kind of an iridescent finish to it. And let's just see how they feel. You know, brand new car, like that. They're slick. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that with these. I have been using fanning powder, and that's kind of another story altogether. I had ordered from an online magic shop some, again, looking at the United Cardists website, they've got a thread about fanning powder. And the guy who started the thread recommended that he liked the UF Grant. There's a few other brands, and you know, Murphy and a few other brands. And so I ordered some of the UF Grant to try out. And what I ended up getting was Murphy's, you know, the other mainly popular fanning powder. And so I was kind of not really happy about it. But the guy who actually owns the shop contacted me and said, hey man, you know, I wasn't really trying to pull a switcheroo on you. I had just, we were out of the UF Grant, and Murphy's what I had. And actually the Murphy, you get more for the money. So he wasn't, you know, he's actually trying to do me a favor is the long and the short of it. And so I tried the Murphy, and I like it. You know, I like it. It does what it's supposed to do. And a couple of weeks pass, and I got a shipment in the mail. This guy had taken it upon himself to send me a bottle of the UF Grant because he knew that's what I originally had wanted. That's integrity, and I really appreciated that. And so that guy will, when I'm ready for more stuff, you know, I'm never going to run out of fanning powder, I don't think, because I really don't use a whole lot of it on my decks that I have used it on. But you know, I really appreciated that, and I plan on staying with this guy for any other magic related supplies that I might need. I'm concentrating on cardistry, but I think if you're into cardistry, you can't help but want to learn some of the magic tricks too. Just for the fun, just for the lulz, I guess, as the kids say nowadays, if they still say that. But if you like what I'm doing, throw me a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.